Good morning, lovelies. New setup, as you can see. I'm still kind of playing around with the brand new camera and equipment. Don't worry, I won't make this too much of a habit as there are only so many places in the apartment that I can go. Today we are asking and answering the question, what is the difference between beta readers and writing critique partners? Honestly, it's really only a difference of writing and or publishing experience. If you are a writer, and I'm assuming if you clicked on this video that you are, then you've probably already heard the terms beta reader and critique partner before. But what exactly do they do? What is the difference? And how much money should you give them? Well, let's start from the top. What is a beta reader? This is someone who reads your book for free and gives you feedback. It's usually pretty casual. Friends, family member, random people that you meet on the internet, etc. Now, when I say you give your book for them to read, I don't mean when it's published. I mean when it's still a work in progress. Now, why would you do that? Beta readers are basically market testers. You know how these big companies will have beta testers to test out their new equipment or product or whatever and then give them feedback or write a review? You're basically doing the same thing but with readers. But again, they are casual and despite their importance, amateurs. Which brings us to the writing critique partner. Now, who are these guys? Basically, they're professional beta readers. A beta reader will give you their impression of the book, while a critique partner will give you this whole laundry list of what works, what doesn't work, what needs improvement, how to fix them, etc. Now, this is not to be confused with a professional editor who will go through your work with a fine-tooth comb and fix all of your problems for you, or at least note them all in red ink. A critique or an assessment will simply highlight the structural, big issues of your novel and then let you do with that what you will. It's basically a consultation. If they noticed smaller scale issues that repeatedly come up, like say bad grammar, bad spelling, wonky formatting, then they'll probably tell you in their assessment, hey, your grammar/spelling/formatting is weird and could use some work. But they won't fix it for you. Critique partners will usually be other writers, but they will also sometimes be retired editors, retired publishers, or really anyone who has experience in the writing and publishing industry. Most critique partners will critique each other's works as part of a quid pro quo. I assess your manuscript, you assess mine. But other critique partners don't do that. Instead, they will critique your work for money, like me. Now, when should you reach out to betas and critique partners? Well, everyone kind of answers this question a little differently, but regardless of when in the writing process you do that, you do it before you take it to a professional editor. When an editor or a literary agent gets your book, they need it to be like almost ready to go on bookshelves as is. Critique partners and beta readers help you get there. Now, like I said, every writer is different and they tend to bring in the beta readers or critique partners at different points of their writing process. But this is my personal suggestion for when exactly you should consult these guys. When you are ready to have someone take a look at your work, I suggest that you take it to a critique partner first. Because like I said, a beta reader will just give you their impression of the book, it'll be a market test, but a critique partner will help you break down everything that works, doesn't work, and will really help you fine-tune your novel. They give you a lot more to work with. So if you are looking for a critique partner right now, I would recommend that you go to cmalonji.com or somewhere else if you must, and look for assessors who are interested in the type of novel that you are writing. If they are a professional critique partner, someone that you have to pay, check out their rates. Like myself, there's a siren that's been going on for like the last 3 minutes. And every time I think it's stopped, it starts up again. If you're not sure whether or not you can afford them, or you're kind of looking at these prices and going, well, send them an email and see if you can negotiate, or see if you can just send them the first couple chapters of your work rather than the whole thing. Some critique partners tend to be pretty rigid with their rates, but others are a lot more flexible and willing to negotiate. Some authors, like myself, wait until we have revised the shit out of our novel before letting it go anywhere near a critique partner. But others send out their first drafts, and I genuinely do not understand why. I am the type of author who, if anyone sees my first draft, I now have to murder them. No one is allowed to see just how bad those things are. Oh my god. After getting feedback from at least a couple of different critique partners, professional or otherwise, Then I take my book to beta readers. And then, of course, finally, I let the agent and editor see it. And they, by the way, often have their own beta readers and critique partners on staff, so the whole process will start up all over again. Oh, and real quick, if you're a graphic novel creator or a comic book creator, I highly recommend that you give us your story before the artist finalizes their work. All right, either give it to us while it's being sketched or just give us the script. The same goes true for podcasters. Give us the story before the actors speak their lines into the microphone. Otherwise, if and when we find a major story issue that requires a total rewrite, you don't have to bang your head on the desk because you already had the artists do their thing or the actors do their thing, and now they gotta redo all the things. It just saves you a lot of time and headache. That is the difference between critique partners and beta readers and how they work. If you're a writer with a somewhat polished fantasy sci-fi manuscript that you're looking to get an assessment on, my link for cmmelange.com is in the description, so check that out and send me an email. I will see you next time. Bye, lovelies.